Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we will go over the first hack the box for me, hack the box machine. The machine name is worker. This machine, it's going to be the first machine for me in hack the box. Wish me good luck. And we'll start also solving all of the hack the box machines besides our SIC labs, besides vulnerable hub, and everything you could imagine. Okay. So after scanning the machine, there's something I don't understand. I scanned the machine first. It appeared to me 2 open ports. Now I have many open ports. I don't understand the reason and the mystery behind this. Anyway, I'm going to clear that. I'm going to show you the part of the lab that is beneficial and to the point. So basically, there is a service called SVN on the machine, SVN serve. So this is kind of a server that controls the kind of projects, development projects, and their versioning. And it hosts inside of it Azure DevOps. So that's what this is about. And as you can see, we have the command line options for this service. So the first thing in this box, we're going to interact with this service to find what we will find. So here, go back, my desktop. All right, so the first thing we type is to log in and display info about the server. So first svn, and then we type the command. The first command will be info, and then svn worker.htp. Of course, worker.htp, I added that to the host file along with the IP. I assume that you know how to do this. Okay. So we have here first user, which is Nathan. And info wasn't enough. So instead of info, we type something like list to list the files in there. So we have dimension, we have moved. So dimension doesn't add up to anything. We're going to use moved. In order to display the content of the moved files, we can use export command. And here type the name of the file, moved.txt. So it exists because I downloaded the file before. So this is the file. Where is it? Moved. All right. So open that, and we see some notes saying that there is another URL we need to navigate to. DevOps worker. Okay, fair enough. Let's go to browser, and here incognito window. So DevOps worker. Here we are presented with an authentication interface to log in with username and password. I understand that the username is Nathan, but there is no password. So next thing is, since this is a server for, as you can see, controlling the project files and displaying their versions, we're going to check out every revision. Maybe we can find some sensitive files in every revision. In order to do that, we type svn-r, and then we choose the revision. We're going to start with 1 and go upward, right? So 1, and then svn worker.htp. Oh, sorry, we forgot the command. Check out. Can check the revisions. So the first revision has deploy.ps1, which is interesting. Second one has the same. So we can find about this. Let's see here. Okay, so this partial script has leaked credentials. That is your first vector to, this is the reason why we were able to root the machine. That's the reason, because we found plain text credentials, and you're going to see how these kind of leaks will lead to system compromise. So we have the username, we copy that, and we go back to where was this? Here. And the password. So the password here, sign in. By the way, if you navigate to worker.htp, you will find an Internet Information Service. So it is an ASPX. Go back. So you are presented with the Azure DevOps and the projects. So once we have an access to an interface, regardless of the name of the interface or the kind of platform, our end goal is to upload a reverse shell or to execute system commands. So since this is SVN and we have here Azure DevOps, I assume you might have worked with Azure DevOps before. We're going to click on the available projects and upload file, which is, in our case, will be payload. So we go to repos, we have branches, we see what the branches we have. The branches display the projects, right, that other developers have created. So we have master, which is not for us. We go to commits. We see here what other commits. So we have one. Okay, go back to branches. We create a new branch for us. The name will be HackTheBox. And we click on HackTheBox branch, our projects. We upload file. And we select an ASPX payload. The payload is in my desktop. You can find the payload here. This is the URL in packet storm security. It must be ASPX, right? Otherwise, it won't work. Because we are dealing with Internet Information Service, which is based on ASPX. So work items, we should select work items. Let's type 1. Anything would do the work. So this is okay. Commit. All right, so we have the reverse shell now. Let's now create a pull request to complete the job. All right, so here we have everything in check. Click create. All right, so the last thing we need is to approve and complete. I'm going to uncheck delete HTTP after merging in case we need to access our project again. So here, complete linked work items after merging. Make sure this is checked. Complete merge. All right, now the next step here is to go back to branches. We have our branch, right, HTTP, which is under the spectral. In order to trigger the payload, we need to navigate to HTTP spectral.worker.htp/worker, the name of the payload, which is HTTP worker shell. So this is our payload, which is a web shell. Now, the next step here, after we have uploaded an ASPX payload, by the way, we can create an MSF Venom payload and upload it to get a reverse shell. We're going to try this after we finish the machine. So now here we can also execute PowerShell since we are dealing with Windows. And let me go to my file. So we have 3 PowerShells, right? The one that worked for me is this one. So copy that and go back. Our terminal here, make sure the listener is running. Sudo -lnvp 4545 and see. All right, go back, execute, and I suppose it worked. So we have the first reversal. All right, so why /user. So we are IIS, which is not sufficient, right? We need something bigger. So we're going to attempt now the privilege escalation. So let's go back one directory, and list the current directories we have. We have SVN repos, right, which is the one we interacted with before. Let's go back to that directory, SVN. Autocomplete doesn't work. Nice. We have www config. We have password file type, and we have many users. And the one that stands out is this one. Right, so I have already copied that to my file, which is here. Okay, this is the password and username. Now, let's go back and log in with this user. So here, we're gonna end that session. Sudo evil winrm -i 10 to the all right, sorry, 203 -iu. User was -p. Pretty basic challenge, easy, right? Paste. So we are now Ruby cell. my-user. Ruby cell. Now, one place that we haven't used the credentials is the DevOps. So let's go back to browser. Here, log out. And then sign in again. The password, the username. Oops. No. Is this right? Let's go back. Where? So it didn't work. Why? No one knows. Ruby cell. All right. Okay. I think if we do that, I'm gonna try again. This is a joke, actually. And let's go back. Init pub. Go to root. Nope. Let's see, cluster. We have nothing in here. Are we city back? No. So there was some, okay, it was W, I guess. W. cd svn www and go to config, type all right, let's copy that from here. Okay. Okay, so what if we let's go here. So our current session is okay. Let me close here. Open a new one. All right. Password. And this is username. Okay, this time it worked. It was some cache related issue actually. So we have here, we can do the same mechanism. Click on this project. Okay, so here is the project name is parts unlimited. So we can do the same work, but if we upload another reverse shell, we will receive a session as IIS, which is not our objective. We need to find something better, right? Some other way to elevate our privileges. In the case of this project, there is pipelines. And when there is pipelines, it is very dangerous. So I'm going to show you how to take advantage of pipelines in Azure Developer. So click on New Pipeline and select Azure, Parts Unlimited, go down, Start with Pipeline. So here we have a script. Our end goal is to modify that script, right, to fit our purposes. Now, here our purpose is to get a privileged shell. So one way to do that, since we are dealing with Windows, is to change the admin password. So you can click here, type net user administrator, and pick up some password. In my case, it was these two passwords combined. I'm going to copy that. Save and run. Create a new branch for this commit, of course. Azure Pipelines, change that to 1. Save and run. And wait for it didn't work. Let's check that the commands are correct. So here, edit pipeline. All right, let's remove these commands. Save, run. Nope, that is not good. Settings. Okay. All right. So it sucks, but we're going to create a new one. Unlimited. Go down. Start pipeline. I'm going to remove these goddamn comments. Keep this one. Change that to net user administrator. And paste here the password. Save and run. New branch, change the name to 2. I hope it's going to work. Seems okay. All right. Okay, let's now do that in another way. So we go back to the command line, and now we are who we are. Who / user. Okay, Ruby cell. Right. What if we split the view here and do python -m http.server and up there we go back one directory or cd, take this cd users, cd Ruby cell, cd desktop. Okay, now search, we tell, and we're going to download Mimikatz -url cache http. Now 10. No, it was my IP. My IP was something like new ifconfig 14.18. All right, 14.18. The command failed, not found. Why? Go back. Okay. Take this out. Execute again. Let's go back to the browser and see. Okay, the command has executed. Click on run a one-line script. Okay, didn't work. Oh God, again. This is very unstable, actually. Very unstable. Very unstable. Net fucking user, fucking administrator, fucking password, fucking 5. Okay. Okay, so the command completed successfully, and now we can log in with a new password. Close and go back to my command line. All right, so here I'm gonna go to this one, sudo evil winrm -i 10.10 -3-u -p, and the password is this one. And now we are administrators. So now we completed the challenge. The last thing left is we go to desktop and type root.txt, and this is your flag. Okay, what is another way to do the challenge? Let's go back. Here we have Mimikatz running, right? So with Mimikatz, We are now here, Robicell. We were Robicell. We can now run Mimikatz and dump the credentials. Mimikatz.exe. Okay, so here it's saying the privileges are, we can't run Mimikatz, as you can see. The privileges are not okay. So let's now find if we can elevate our privileges. So we type privilege debug and token elevate. So token elevate. Hope it will work. Okay, so what do we have now? Mimikatz token elevate, SID name, net authority system. Okay, let's dump now the credentials. So here, LSA, dump, and we type SAM. Okay, so we can't. Look, we have some errors, and we have some privilege problem here. All right, let's try this another way, actually. So instead of SAM, let's try SIG URL SA log on passwords. Yes, it's not going to work. As you can see, we have privilege problem. So the current user, which is Robicell, cannot run Mimikatz efficiently to dump the passwords. I just wanted to make sure that there is no another way to do the challenge or the bugs. Of course, there are other ways, but I want to try with Mimikatz first. The Mimikatz didn't work, and luckily for us, we had some credentials, plain text credentials that led to all of this mess. Okay, then that was it, and see you in the next video.